Hello, let's make a painting, and of course we're going to start putting water on the glass a little bit. It's already wet from the previous painting, and we're going to put water all over the place. Well, actually it's not going to be over the place, it's just going to be one big line of water in the middle. And I'm going to take some light blue, try to make the sky very simple. Maybe some orange. I'm gonna keep it fairly light. And I'm gonna keep going down and down and down and just add a little bit of pigment, not too much. I'm gonna take directly some paint from the tube. Start putting some paint straight from the tube on the right and left. Keep in mind this is dry on dry, so it's a dry paper with almost dry brush with some paint. It's going to have this flickering effect on the foreground. Let's take some black. Make some of the horizon line. Now that's a black paint, not a black wash, so it's going to spread around a little bit. Try to blend with the rest of the horizon. Maybe more blue. And it feels like this painting is going to be more like of a floating around, very light painting. Nothing too heavy. I will take some blue and just emphasize a little bit more horizon line and go in the midground and foreground. And still using that dry surface so I can have this flickering. It's like the water reflecting so much of the sun. Talking about sun, light, there you go, gold green on the sky. All over around, maybe some clouds, but nothing special. Take the palette knife and maybe putting some lines. Actually, I'm gonna make some kind of a trees, some kind of bushes on the horizon line. It's not that far away actually. Maybe some perspective. No, it's no needed. We already have enough lines on the foreground. Take a thin brush and maybe put a little bit more black around. Pretty much build it up layers over layers on the foreground and midground. I guess that's where our focus is going to be. Maybe some orange, that's going to be nice. Reflection from the sky, from the daylight. It's very calm down weather. That's what it's looked like to me. And like I told you earlier, but just building up layers, layers over layer over layer. More orange. We will see. Maybe I will put some. I'm not sure on the foreground it's going to be grass or it's just going to be these paddles of water. Let me see. I will make some heavy strokes. You know what? There's going to be a grass. I'm going to make super heavy strokes with the palette knife. Just push it up. Just damage the paper. And I'm dipping the palette knife in the water and I try to push up the dry paint so we can have like a half grass. You can see half of it. Maybe I will put a little bit more paint, gold green and black and blue, and just this paddle on the foreground. I think I will need the grass to be more visible. That's why I'm going to prepare the foreground for that. Also, it's going to help me with the throwing shadow on the foreground. So we can have a nice balance. We have two bushes on the left and right on the horizon line, and we have a one big petal of grass in the middle, so we can have some kind of triangle, upside down triangle composition. Now I'm gonna take the palette knife again, heavy strokes, pushing hard, damage the paper. There we go. Take a thin brush, and I will take a black gouache straight from the tube and emphasize a little bit more so we can have a nice contrast. Again, pushing up hard. I'm pushing pretty hard here. And I'm making a firm, heavy strokes up. So we can have some kind of a, there we go. Let's go for it. Kind of busy. It looks like a windy because the bushes are moving from right to left. And that's what it looks like the case with the grass on the foreground. Beam of lights. Should I put a beam of lights? Yeah, I think I should. Maybe just one. We'll not go crazy with the beam of lights like it's usual. Or two. We're gonna make two. Yeah. We're gonna go heavy on beam of lights. 3 beam of lights. Let's make a 4th one. Pretty thick one. They will. I will merge them so they're not that obvious. Just blend them around left and right so they're not that obvious. And there we go. Watercolor, abstract, landscape.